Good morning, my dear students. Last session we have seen an example on semicircular arch. Let us see one more example on circular arch geometry, even in this session also. So let us proceed for the example. A three-hinged semicircular arch of uniform cross-section is loaded as shown in figure. So this is how the semicircular arch is loaded. You can see this is also a semicircular arch. The last session what we have solved is with the notations, and now is with these values. So the radius of the arch is 15 meters here, hence the span is 30 meters and the rise is 15 meters, right? The loads given are, if you see that there is a point load of 40 kilonewtons at 8 meters from left support. This is the load position. So there is a single point load acting on the three-hinged arch. Now what is to evaluate, right? Calculate the location and magnitude of maximum bending moment in the arch. So this is what is required from this problem, right? Now let us see how to proceed for solution. So will come from the question. So maximum bending moment if you want in the arch. Just think in case of a beam, you have a point load acting on a beam, right? Just point load. So where do you expect your maximum bending moment to occur? For example, you have a simply supported beam. Okay. Just let me draw a beam. So a small simply supported beam, let us say. So you have a point load, for example. So if this is the case, where do you expect your maximum bending moment to occur? In general, it is under the load itself. Maximum bending moment occurs under the load. And you know very well its value is, if this is P and this is A, this is B, the maximum bending moment under the load is P A B by L. So this is how you solve for maximum bending moment in case of beams. Right, the same logic applies here also. So with this example, now we conclude that the maximum bending moment occurs under the load. Okay, now, so the maximum bending moment occurs at this point. That means where the load is acting. So if you want to find out bending moment here, what do? You take sum of all moments either to the left of this point or to the right of this point. So if you take sum of all moments to the left of this point, what you have? You have a vertical reaction. You have a horizontal reaction. No other load. To the left of this point, you have only two loads. One vertical reaction and another horizontal reaction. So you need to find these values, unless otherwise you don't get bending moment at this point. That means maximum bending moment value. Do you get my point? So to solve for maximum bending moment in the arch, first you need to solve for support reactions. So if you want to get RA and HA value, you need to take free body diagram of the entire arch and then apply equilibrium equations. This is a very regular procedure that we have already discussed, and you are familiar with what earlier examples, and even one assignment is also being solved by you. So all these deals with the regular way of procedure, how you proceed for solving, right? So how do you start solving for reactions? You know why you want reactions from the earlier discussion. Why you want reactions? If you want bending moment in the arch at any point, first you need to solve for support reactions. Otherwise, you are not able to find bending moment in the arch. Okay, let us see how we solve for support reactions. Right. Taking moment of all the forces about B. Okay. So this is what we start with. Okay. So we take moment of all the forces about B. So you are now using free body diagram of total arch. Total arch. So these are the reactions that appear to you: RAY, RBY, HA, HB, all this. So you are now taking moments about B. Okay. So what do you write now? So sigma, what you are writing is sigma MB is equal to 0. Sum of all moments about point B is equal to 0. So what loads you have? RAY into 30. So this is RAY into distance is 30 meters, and HA is going to pass through the point B. So HA cannot create moment at B. Then what else you have? 40 kilonewton load. So what is 40 then? The moment caused by 40. So you can see the direction of moment from RAY is clockwise, right? So if you say that is positive, then the moment from 40 will be anti-clockwise. So hence you need to put minus. So 40 into the distance. You can see the load 40 is given at 8 meters from A. Now you want distance from B. So total is 30. 30 minus 8. Okay. So it is 22. So that's all. Uh, the total loads acting on the arch are total 5 loads, 4 reactions and 1 applied load. Out of 5, 3 are having 0 bending moment at B. Reason? Now RBY is acting at B, HB is acting at B itself, and HA will pass through point B. So these these three reactions will not develop moment at B. So out of 5, 3 moment from 3 forces are 0. So remaining 2 are these two, RAY and 40. So that is what you have written here, and it is equal to 0. So RAY now, you can see it here. 40 into 22 by 30. The just rearranging this equation. So RAY value is 29.33. Now from the other equilibrium equation. So you have used sigma MB is equal to 0 equilibrium equation here. Then now sigma Fy0 you are using. So that will give you RAY plus RBY, the two vertical reactions, minus 40 is equal to 0. That is the equation. Okay. So you need to write RAY plus RBY minus 40 is equal to 0. Right, already you know RAY value. Substitute it here, you get RB. Simply it is 40 minus 29.33, which is 10.67. Total together 29.33 plus 10.67 will become 40. So total load 40 applied is creating two reactions, two vertical reactions at A and B like this. A 29.33, B 10.67. So less reaction at support B, more reaction at A. Reason, it is nearer to A and it is far away from B. That is the reason why reaction at A is more, reaction at B is less. Okay. So you got RAY value and RBY value. So to get bending moment at the chosen point, what else you need? You need HA value, right? Then only you are able to write bending moment at this chosen point under the load. That means maximum bending moment for this case of problem. Right? To get HA value, you know from the earlier problems also discussions. So now you have to take moment at hinge C, nothing but crown point, of all the forces either to the left of hinge or to the right of the hinge. So here it is selected left of the hinge. Okay. So what do you write now? So this is the moment center for us now. Moment center. From this to the left of C, you write moments of all the forces. So what are the forces you have? RAY into the distance 15, because your moment center is at C. So RAY into 15. HA is horizontal force. So perpendicular distance is again 15. So RAY into 15, HA into 15, and 40 into this distance. That means 15 minus 8. Okay. So that is what is written here. Let you see RAY into 15, HA into 15, and 40 into 15 minus 8. That is coming to be 7. Then how do you decide positive and negative? You see, this is written positive, which means RAY into 15 is written positive, which means, so here we are taking clockwise as positive. The moment from HA is anti-clockwise. Even from 40 also it is anti-clockwise. So two moment directions are towards anti-clockwise and one is towards clockwise. So if you write clockwise positive, and these two will become negative. So that's why these two are written negative. So now you know RAY value already, that you substitute. Then what you need is HA value. That means 10.66 or 10.67 kilonewton is the horizontal reaction at A. And again from sigma Fx0, and we already know that it is HA is equal to HB, whereas only the direction is opposite, the value is same. Okay. So HA value and HB value, as you can see, this is towards right HA, HB is towards left. So the directions are opposite, whereas the value is same, 10.66 kilonewton. Okay. So this is how we solve for support reactions. So what are all needed for writing maximum bending moment in the arch, as there is only single point load acting on the arch. We decided that the maximum bending moment occurs at the point load itself. Hence, to find maximum bending moment, before you solving for maximum bending moment, you should know the support reactions. Then only it is possible for writing maximum bending moment. And what else is required for maximum bending moment to calculate at this point? Okay, so now let us see what is required for finding maximum bending moment other than support reactions. So it is okay that you are writing RAY into this distance that is given 8 meters, and HA into this distance, which is what? Y, which is not known to you. Okay, this value must be evaluated. Okay, this is not a given data, remember. So how to find this Y value? Okay, as this is a semicircular arch, and you know from the previous examples of semicircular, what is Y? By joining the point selected on the arch, then by joining it to the center. So what you are estimating Y value as, this is, if this is theta, so this is becoming R cos theta. Okay, this is R cos theta. Right, so R is known to you, R is 15 meters radius value. Then how to know this theta value? Okay, so let us see. What about this projection? Opposite to theta, projection is R sine theta. So R sine theta is equal to, R sine theta is equal to, total is 15 minus 8. This is nothing but 7. So you know that sine theta is equal to 7 by, what is R? 15. So now theta is sine inverse 7 by 15. Let us see what is the value of that. Okay, so it is to be calculated, because these steps are directly written. The solution is given directly Y value, in terms of Y value 13.267. Now you work out what is theta, and now substitute this theta into this R cos theta. That will give you Y value, nothing but 13.267. Understood? So to get Y value, why you want the vertical ordinate of the selected point? Because you should get bending moment at this point, so that you need to write HA into the vertical distance. So that vertical distance you need to evaluate from the relation between Cartesian system and polar system. For a semicircle, it is simple. So Y is R cos theta, where R is known, whereas theta is not known. And that is to be found from the other relation, that is R sin theta. So R sin theta is a known value. This is a known value, because from the location of the point where is x is 8. So this is known value, that means 7. R sine theta is a known value. So whereas sine theta you are able to calculate, theta you are able to calculate. Then theta, if you substitute into this r cos theta, will give you y value, and that is 13.267 meters. Okay. Now all the required quantities are ready for calculating bending moment at the given point. That means under the point load, this is D. Right, this is a point load, 40 kilonewtons, and we concluded that the maximum bending moment occurs under the point load. Hence, you are writing moments. Now it is very simple. RAY into the distance is 8. This RAY into this RAY into this distance is 8. RAY is known value, is estimated, and h into vertical distance is y. As you can see, both the directions are opposite. This is going to create clockwise, this is going to create anti-clockwise moment. Hence, you are going to have opposite signs here. This is positive, RAY into 8 is positive, and HA into 13.267 is negative. Right. Upon calculation, you get 93.213 kilonewton is the maximum bending moment, and that is at the point load where the point load is acting. Okay, so this is how you are able to solve for circular arches. This is one more example which is being given with a semicircular arch and a point load, right? So that's it for now. Thank you.